Do this exercise a couple times a day and you'll be a master of the fretboard in no time. So what we're going to do is learn the natural notes on the A string. In music, we have 7 different notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that are natural notes. Now the funny thing about our musical system is they're not all equally spaced. So B to C is a half step and E to F is a half step. Now the rest of them are going to be whole steps apart. So a half step is 1 fret on the guitar, whole step is 2 frets. Let's do this on the A string to start. Start with A, you'll go up a whole step to B, half to C, whole to D, whole to E, a half to F, a whole to G, and a whole back to A. All right, what goes up must come down. We got to do it backwards. A at the 12 down to G, whole step to F, half to E, whole to D, whole to C, a half to B, and a whole back to A. So I recommend doing this a little bit every day. Once it's feeling good, move to the other strings and try those too. All right, have a great day. If you want to break out of the pentatonic boxes, practice this. The scale is called the diagonal minor pentatonic. We're playing it in A minor, and to start, we're just going to use index and ring fingers, or also known as 1 and 3. Okay, so here's how it goes. We've got 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. That's going to be the essential ingredients of the pattern. 2 notes, and then 3 notes, and they're always stacked like that. So we'll have 3, 5, 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. Then we got to jump up because of the B string. 8, 10, 8, 10, 12. What goes up must come down, so let's do it backwards. 12, 10, 8, 10, 8. 9, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 3, 5, 3. And when we end, we'll end on the root, which is A here at the 5th fret. Enjoy. This is an absolute game changer if you've struggled with any chords before. So when guitar players are learning chords at first, a lot of times what they do is they put their fingers down in order from most dominant finger to least dominant. So index, then middle, then ring, then pinky. Let's look at that with a C chord. So if I did that, I end up coming this direction. Well, that doesn't work very well for me because most of the time I'm going to strum with a downstroke as I put that chord down. Instead, what is really helpful is thinking about the notes from thickest to thinnest, right? The thickest string to the thinnest string. And that will allow us to put our fingers down in order, and as I put them down, I can start strumming and everything sounds great. And that's going to go with all chords. So like if I did a G, I think from thickest to thinnest, a D from thickest to thinnest, A minor, whatever chord you're playing, think from thickest string to thinnest string, and that will really help you. And eventually you'll just be able to put all the fingers down at one time. All right, I hope that was helpful. Hey, music theory doesn't have to be so hard. Today, let's learn the notes on the D string. So remember, we're going to use the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And B to C and E to F are half steps, which means they're 1 fret apart. Everything else is a whole step apart. So we're going to do the same thing as we did on the other videos, except now we're going to start on D, go up to the 12th fret, and back down. Let's do it. So D, up a whole step to E, a half to F, a whole to G, a whole to A, a whole to B, a half to C, a whole step, and we're back at D. The 12th fret is important. That's where the notes all repeat. We'll turn around and go back down. What goes up must come down. We've got D at the 12, down a whole step, C, half step to B, whole step to A, whole step to G, whole step to F, a half to E, and a whole step back to D. Make sure to do this exercise a few times a day and you'll be amazed at how quickly you learn the fretboard. Today, let's learn about the chromatic scale. The chromatic scale is the scale that contains all 12 notes in our musical system. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G are important notes in our musical system. They are the natural notes. In order to understand the chromatic scale, we need to know about sharps and flats. What is a sharp? A sharp just means to take any of our natural notes and raise it by 1 half step. That means moving it 1 fret towards the body of the guitar. What does flat mean? Well, flat means to take any of our notes and move them down towards the headstock. I know it seems opposite, but that's the way it is. Let's look at the chromatic scale on the A string. A is open, A sharp or B flat on 1. This is B or C flat. This is B sharp or C. C sharp D flat, D, D sharp E flat, E or F flat. Oh, there's F or E sharp, F sharp G flat, G, G sharp A flat, and at the 12th fret, we're back to A. All right, so today we're gonna learn the natural notes on the E string to the 12th fret and back. So here we go, we're gonna start with the open E string, a half step up to F, a whole step to G,
a whole step to A, a whole step to B, a half to C, a whole to D, and a whole, and we're back to a higher E now. What goes up must come down. We got to do it backwards. E, a whole step down to D, whole step to C, half to B, whole step to A, whole step to G, whole step to F, and a half back to the open E.
If you do this a few times a day, you'll master the E string in no time. What is the blue note and how do I play it? It's a note that you can add to the pentatonic scale to kind of freshen it up and make it sound more bluesy, so to speak. So let's look into the blue note and see how it fits into A minor pentatonic shape 1.
I'm at the 5th fret, and you can see in the chart, here's the standard scale. Let's add in that blue note. You'll notice it's at the 6th fret of the A, 8th fret of G, and the 4th fret of the B string. Sounds like this. Notice that this one and this one are the same note. So when you add that into your scale and you start to like freshen it up with slides and hammer-ons, you get some stuff like this. Enjoy it. I hope you dig the scale and make some music out of it.
Today, let's learn about the C major scale and why it's so important. The C major scale is the only major scale that includes all natural notes. We'll go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. Let me explain that for you. The way that we build the C major scale or any major scale is based on formulas of whole steps and half steps. That formula is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Well, the most important thing about the major scale is it is the fundamental of all music theory. Where the number system comes from is the major scale. The number system works with any major scale, but it's really easy to understand with C major. We have the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So 7 different letter names. We give each of them a number. C equals 1, D equals 2, E equals 3, F equals 4, G equals 5, A equals 6, B equals 7, and C, we're back to 1. Yesterday we learned the theory behind the C major scale. Today let's make some music with it. You can play the C major scale a lot of different ways on the guitar, but let's play it this way today. The root is going to be on the C on the 8th fret, thickest string. 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, and make sure you go backwards too. Here's how it sounds when you throw in rhythm, hammer-on, slides, pull-offs, all that fun stuff. I teach a lot of guitar students, and I find that a lot of them get stuck in starting their scales from the thicker strings, right from the bottom, and always playing from there. Well, music happens in both directions, so I challenge you to start your scales from the highest notes for 1 week, right? Just practice them that way, and I promise that will help you. So let me show you an example. I'll play my A minor pentatonic scale shapes. I'll start on shape 1 at the highest note, play them descending, okay? Next shape. Next shape. Next shape. Next shape. I'm running out of room here. But you can play it down here. Right? So work on any scale that you're working on from the thinnest string to the thickest string rather than like what we do most times from thickest to thinnest. Try that for 1 week and I promise you that it'll help. What does a sharp mean on the guitar? In our musical system, we use the first 7 letters of the alphabet in order to represent notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. You can take any of those notes and you can sharp them. So you could have A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. What sharp means is simply to take any of those natural notes and raise them by 1 half step. On the guitar, a half step means by 1 fret. Now, it's a little funny because that 1 fret is actually down towards the body, you know, especially with the way I'm sitting right now, that's actually going up in pitch. Towards the body is up in pitch. Let's look at the A string. So say if I play this A on the open, A sharp is 1/2 step higher, which would be the 1st fret. Let me jump around a little bit. D on the 5th fret here, if I wanted to sharp that note, I'd raise it a fret, it'd go from the 5th fret to the 6th fret. That is a D sharp. Try taking any of the natural notes on the guitar neck and raising them by a 1/2 step. Remember, that's just 1 fret up towards the body.